Hey, how's it going, everybody? We're back doing another water test on the Crescent Cres-Craft, and this time we have it rigged up with the Garmin Current Force kayak trolling motor. And this is all a wireless system, works on the remote control. I have it rigged up with a 2450 amp Newport LoPRO battery right underneath my seat. So we're going to keep it pretty simple. I'm going to be testing out both props. Right now I have the Weedless prop on. That one should be a little bit more efficient as far as speed. But if you're looking to save power and battery, then you have the high efficiency prop. We'll also do a test of this one. And this will be so if you want to conserve some battery life. So I suspect the speeds will come down slightly. But we're going to swap them both out here and get a test so we can get you exact numbers. So let's get on the water, show you what the Garmin Force can do. Okay, the Garmin Force kayak trolling motor is in fact still a trolling motor, so you're going to expect 4.5 to 5 miles an hour as far as your top end speed. It is wirelessly controlled, so you don't have to run steering lines, which is a benefit to it. It also has spot lock technology and heading lock technology, and it has speeds all the way up to 20. So we'll start at speed 5, and we'll go to 10 to 15 and 20 and see where we peak. That is 1.8 miles an hour on speed 5. Let's jack that up to 10. $2.9. Let's go to 15. $3.9. All right, let's go all the way to 20. See what we max out at. And this is with the Weedless prop, which should be a little bit faster overall than the high efficiency prop. 4.7. We're tapping 4.8, but more consistently at 4.7 miles an hour. So pretty solid for a trolling motor type of platform. If you want more speed, you gotta go towards like a Torpedo Travel Ultralight, a Newport NK300, or of course an outboard. All right, let's go and find a spot to test out. Let's go right over here to this log and we'll test out spot lock and see how it can hold. See how many feet away it drifts. We'll lock it right there. You can hear the motor correcting. Now it's set. And it's going to go back and lock me into place where I hit the button. So you can see it's slowly pulling me right back. And this will be if you want to hit a nice spot here, multiple casts, you're not getting pushed around by the wind as much. If you have a little bit of a current, this motor can help keep you in the general vicinity. You know, if you're in 3 or 4 mile an hour current, don't even think about it. This is for still calmish water. So right now we are locked into where I hit the button, and on the remote it tells me how far away I am from my initial lock spot. Right now we are 1 foot away from my initial spot. And what this would be good for is if you like to get up and stand and fish, you can stand and not have to worry about making micro adjustments if you're using foot steering or hand steering or grabbing your paddle. So it's going to kind of keep you in the general vicinity. Now, being that it's on the stern, your nose might walk a little bit here or there, but you can still get multiple casts in one spot, and that's the general idea. So we are still locked, well, 0. So we're locked identically on the position when I first hit it. So in calm water like this, yeah, it's absolutely going to hold you in the general area. But due to it being mounted on the stern versus a bow mount, the stern is being held in that spot position, not the bow. So it's actually more beneficial if you have a little bit of wind at your backside, or if I'd be facing down current, it would hold my position a little better that way. If you want bow styles, those will hold your position better into the wind. and fighting a little bit of current as well. So, but I like it. We'll go and do another test of it when we find a little bit more current, see if we can get like a little bit 1 to 2 mile an hour current, see what it does over there. But let's go swap out the prop. We'll do the high efficiency prop and see our speeds on that next. All right, I just swapped on the high efficiency prop. So this will be if you want to conserve some battery life. So it should drop in speed a little bit. So let's test it out. We're going to start on speed 5. .5 miles an hour. Let's go to prop speed 10. 2.7, 15, 3.5 miles an hour. Let's go all the way up to 20 and see what it does. So we're hitting 4.4, touching 4.5, but mostly bouncing at 4.4. So about 0.2 miles an hour slower than what I'm getting than the Weedless prop. Not bad overall. So there you go, kind of the two different prop speeds you can expect. Now let me go find a little bit more current, or I'll go into a tiny channel if I can find one, and we'll do another test with the spot lock and see how it can hold me in position. All right, let's go back down right here. Let's lock it right here. Let's see what it does. So right here, I got a creek coming out. So if you wanted to fish this and you wanted to plant yourself right in the main channel and fish the creek coming in, this would be an ideal setup, I believe. So let's see how it holds it. It is 3 feet from where I initially hit it. Right on target for my initial spot lock. So now it should hold us in this area and allow you to get up, stand, make a bunch of casts, work an area, and it should just work on its own. You don't have to have your foot steering or stick steering, so your hands are free. So let's just hang out for a little bit and see what it does. See how well it holds us in our position. And right now, yeah, I mean, you could be over here and you could be over here pitching 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, so making some nice casts, 30, 40, 50 yards up into the creek, versus a paddle or just a standard stern mount. You'd never be able to hold this spot. You'd have to run an anchor. So far, pretty legit system. Still holding within 2 feet of my initial lock. So it's doing a pretty good job in this type of stuff. Now, obviously, if you get into some high current, 3 or 4 miles an hour, I don't think it'll be able to accomplish that whatsoever. And if you're out 15 mile an hour winds, that's a whole different study as well. But yeah, hope this gives you some insight into the performance of what you can expect on the Crescent Cres-Craft paired with the Garmin Force current trolling motor. If you have questions, let me know. If there's things that you have insight into these two platforms that you can give me to get me more performance, I'd love to hear it as well. Appreciate you hanging out with me. Catch you guys on the next one.